give you 3 good reasons why you should visit Occidental Mindoro now. First, they have 4 islands, all with white sands to boast. Second, Apo Reef, the world's second largest reef, is in their midst. And lastly, the country's last frontier to save the endangered tamarao species endemic to the island of Mindoro and the Philippines is located there. All aboard now as this railroad takes me to my new eco-destination, Mindoro Occidental. Occidental Mindoro is a province located in the Mimaropa region in Luzon. Mimaropa, which stands for Mindoro, Occidental and Oriental, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan, was also formerly known as the Southern Tagalog Islands. Lying in the southwest coast of Batangas, Occidental Mindoro is a very big discovery for me because lie behind in this province is perhaps a slice of heaven as they are home to some nature's best masterpieces. My first day started by visiting Siburan Forest, the largest primary lowland forest in the whole island of Mindoro. Highly valued because of its rich biodiversity, both in flora and fauna, it's a must destination for all bird lovers and bird watchers, as nestled here are some of the country's endangered birds like the Mindoro imperial pigeon, Mindoro Scoop's owl, the black-hooded cuckoo, and the scarlet-colored flower pecker. Forests are always one of the main sources of life, and Mount Siburan is one because it is the source of raw materials, potable water, and water for irrigation. They also serve as a barrier to calamities such as flash flood and soil erosion. Recognized by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature as one of the 117 important biodiversity areas, Siburan has 5,000 hectares of old growth or virgin forest, of which 14 hectares sits next to Libao Lake. Look at those lovely lotus. They are called libwa, and since they grow freely in this lake, they named this Libao Lake. Libao Lake is perfect for spending the day fishing, bird watching, picnicking, and canoeing. But if you want to go for a relaxing cool swim, head to this natural hot spring called Calawagan Mountain Resort.
Calawagan River received the cleanest inland body of water for 3 consecutive years, and
Yes.
now is a Hall of Famer for the cleanest river in the Philippines. Calawagan River became a finalist for the Nations in Bloom that was
Yes.
held in Washington, D.C.
Cooling my tired feet, the Calawagan Spring has consistently been voted as the cleanest inland body of water in the Department of Interior and local government's Clean and Green program. But what makes the province really amazing is how its islands are all teeming with the whitest sands and even flora and fauna that I believe Occidental Mindoro will be next most exciting eco-destination in the country.
Ito ang bagong emerging destination sa bansa ngayon.
Ay, ang ganda po.
Napakalapit sa Maynila.
Yes.
At hindi pa nararanasan ng ibang pumunta dito. At ito ang isa sa pinaka-least populated province in the whole country.
Opo.
At sinasabi nga ito ang marine wonderland ng bansa. Of course, napaka-importante ng mga local laws.
Opo.
Katulad sa Sablayan, ang nakakasakop ng Apo Reef. Kinumend namin sila na wala silang gagamiting plastic kasi alam mo ang pawikan. Sa findings namin, namamatay sila. Ito ang nagbigay sa amin ng ikangay diin na maging mahigpit sa batas pangkalikasan sa isang simple move na ipagbawal ang plastic sa palengke, sa lahat at palitan ito ng papel. Nakita namin na nakatulong kami sa kalikasan.
Yes.
At nagiging maingat din kami, Miss Ruby, sa ikangay pagbibigay ng mga permit sa mga nag-a-apply ng mining. Kasi ang tailings, hindi kami nagpayag sa mga large-scale mining because it will definitely destroy our marine life.
That's right.
Ang tailings, pag bumaba sa dagat, sisirain nila ang aming mga corals.
So mahigpit po talaga kayo
And we
dyan.
are very cautious sa mga applications, sa mga pagtatayo ng mga sites, ng mga industriya.
They call Occidental Mindoro as the marine wonderland because of its beautiful white sand beaches, islands and islets rich in marine life, coral gardens, mysterious caves, and cascading waterfalls. And today's my lucky day as I am going island hopping to check 6 islands around the province. First on my list is the White Island or the Manati Island. It's just 15 minutes off the coast of San Jose. But from afar, the island is really inviting as the powdery white sands stands glimmering above the clear waters. Moving on to our next destination, we head to the now famous Iling Island, home to Filipino healing priest, Father Suarez. Iling Island is known for its shells and coral reefs. Home to the endemic cloud rat, Iling Island is also home to the Philippine teak, a critically endangered Philippine endemic tree occurring only in 4 locations in the world. Close your eyes as I take you to one of the pride and joy of Occidental Mindoro. Mindoro! The Inasakan Beach in San Jose, that's also known as Mini Boracay. This island really blew me away for its fine creamy white sands, is reminiscent of the old Boracay, and the limestone formation that can be compared to that of Palawan's. This is the first time I witnessed turquoise clear water again. I have been to different islands around the Philippines, and I can say that each island has its own unique qualities. But Occidental Mindoro truly astonishes me, not because island hopping is a way of life for them, but because all the islands have real white, powdery sand, and they are a haven for the colorful migrating birds as well. Now, the little white island found near Ambulong Cove is called the Grace Island. Sheltered by bigger islands on the sea, the rugged shores of the whole island resembles ice cubes piled neatly on top of each other. The whole island is one whole resort where a fish sanctuary can be seen and appreciated by young and old alike. This is also where I make my first historical zipline ride ever. going to my last island destination, we passed this mysterious Lenino rock with a century-old tree growing on top of its rock. Now, a short 15-minute boat from Sablayan mainland is Pandan Island, Occidental Mindoro's west side diving attraction. I am so blessed to see all of our country's beauty that in all my eco journey, I thank God for giving me these wonderful island trips. And as my day ends, I can't wait for tomorrow, again as I sail to the world's second largest reef.
Go, go, LPG Tricycle, go! LPG Tricycle Kit. LPG Tricycle, dual power na. No power loss at downtime pa. Ligtas at napakadaling i-install. Magtungo sa RPE Marketing, 3C Summerlin Building, 2454 FB Harrison Corner, Palhalia Street, Pasay City.
Just how blessed Occidental Mindoro is? Sitting on its west coast is the second world's largest coral reef system and the largest in the country. The reef and its surrounding waters is already declared as a marine protected area and a natural park. The Upper Reef Natural Park is now on the tentative list of UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. That is why many eco-warriors have devoted their time, expertise to protect this 34 square kilometer Upper Reef in Occidental Mindoro. The Upper Reef Natural Park has 3 major islands. The Apple Island, which consists of a lagoon and a century-old mangrove trees. This is Binangan Island, one of the 3 major islands here in Upper Reef. Behind me is a lagoon full of juvenile black-tip sharks. Can you see them? And lastly, the Cajos del Bajo Island, home to sea snakes and a nesting ground for migratory birds. We finally set foot to Apple Island, and true it is, it has pinkish white sands. I understand there are 6 groups who are actually working together to protect the Upper Reef. Tell us about that group. Ano ho at sino-sino po ang mga stakeholders dito sa ating Upper Reef?
The task force Marlene is composed of 6 major components. Number 1, the DNR, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We are belong to us.
Yes.
The local government unit of Sablayan,
Yes.
the Philippine Army 76 IV, and the NGOs like WWF and the MBFCI. Napakalaki ng pagbabago.
Yes.
Unlike before na hindi pa to no-take zones.
Yes.
So sa ngayon nakikita naman natin yung mga pagbabago, no presence of fishermen inside
Commercial fishing.
no commercial
Yes.
fishing.
No commercial fishing.
Yes ma'am. Even yung maliliit na mangingisda ay halos wala ka na makita na mangingisda rito sa loob ng Upper Reef kasi nga number 1 policy namin rito kailangan kumuha muna ng mga permits galing
Yes.
sa Protected Area Office bago sila pumunta rito. Sa mga divers, mayroong mga policies na ipinapatupad. Kasi yung mga yan, before sila ma-certified as a divers,
Opo.
meron din po talagang mga policies na ipinapatupad. Lalong-lalo na nga po, wag na wag gagamit ng mga gloves kung ikaw magda-dive.
Yes.
At wag na wag kang mag-fin at wag kang lalapat sa surface hanggat
Doon
maaari.
po sa,
Oo,
sa
para
bed
yung-
ng, ng
oo,
corals. Opo, hindi nabababa all the way down.
Oo. Ang Upper Reef Natural Park ay natatangi. Ito ay bigay ng Diyos para sa atin. Hindi lang sa mga Sablayenyo, kung hindi sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Ito ay pinoprotektahan namin para sa susunod na henerasyon ay makikita nila na mayroon pala mga isda, mayroon pala mga korales na nabubuhay na yun ay pinipreserba namin para sa kanila.
We toured the island more, and as we stood on top of this watchtower, we saw how vast Apo Reef is indeed. Inside Apo Island is a lagoon surrounded by giant groves who are all century old. What is the role of these mangroves here in Apo Reef? I am here inside the lagoon in Apo Island. I am surrounded by century-old mangroves, one of the oldest mangroves here in Asia.
We are conducting a research, especially we are doing PMS, yung Biodiversity Monitoring System.
Yes.
Kinokontrol din namin yung influx ng mga visitors, especially in this part. Kasi nga, ayaw namin na magkaroon ng disturbance ng biodiversity rito. So kaya nga nire-record namin na lagi makipag-coordinate sa mga protected area personnel na on duty, na kailangan lahat ng regulation ay dapat nila sundin.
Right. How big is this place? Ilang hektarya po ito?
This lagoon is a 2.8 hectares lagoon inside the Apo Island.
Apo Reef is a series of coral reefs encompassing 34 square kilometers within the waters of Occidental Mindoro in the Philippines. Coral reefs play a vital role in the marine life. Not only do they help water filtration and fish reproduction, as the reefs are the underwater abode, cities and subdivisions of marine life where they grow their young, coral reefs also play an important role in people's lives. Among the importance of the coral reef is that they help protect the shoreline and the coastal towns from storm and water surge. Not only do they help stabilize mangroves and seagrass beds, they also prevent soil erosion in the coastal area, thus protecting the human inhabitants. Because of its key role not only to the Philippine shore but to the whole world, many eco-warriors have bonded together to protect the Apo Reef Natural Park. Who comes second to the Great Barrier Reef of Australia, the world's biggest reef? Ano po ba ang relationship ng ating Apo Reef sa ecosystem dito sa Philippines or even the world?
Bali, itong ay mga pinagmumulan o breeding ground ng mga iba't ibang uri ng buhay lang sa dagat.
Opo.
Ito rin nagsisilbing pangainan o source ng food ng iba't ibang buhay ilang.
Opo.
Na kung saan ang ibang mga buhay ilang na dumaraan dito tulad ng mga dolphins ay nakakaabot din niya sa iba't ibang panig
Lugar
ng
ng
mundo. Na dito po sila minsan nanginginain, diyan ang parang nagiging playground nila.
Opo.
Kung minsan diyan din po nagiging breeding ground nila. At ito,
So ibig niyo pong sabihin, hindi lang po dito sa Pilipinas na mga marine life, mga sea creatures, meron pa po na ito po yung mga umiikot around the world. So sila rin po ay nakikinabang dyan sa ating Apo Reef.
Dahil breeding ground tulad yung mga tuna, yung ating mga tuna.
Opo.
Yan po ay pelagic species. Ang Apo Reef po ay nasa lugar po na sa tinatawag na tuna highway. Nadadaanan. Diyan po sila nanginginain kuminsan. Tapos paglalabas nila, pag malaki na, umaabot sa iba't ibang lugar
ng mundo.
So,
it's already a protected area.
Opo. Ang isang kwan dyan sa mga bumibisita at mga tourists, siyempre, meron tayong ini-implement ngayon na user's fee.
Yes.
Sa pagpasok mo pa lang, yung pagbibigay mo ng konting
Permit.
halaga
Apo.
para sa entrance fee,
Apo.
user's fee, at saka yung iba pang activities na may fees ay malaking tulong na rin. Kasi ang mga nakukoleksyon na to ay nagagamit ng protected area para sa protection and conservation.
Pag-monitor din, pag-maintain, opo. Because of its thick forests and healthy vegetation in the mountain ranges, many animals and birds can be found in Occidental Mindoro. Though sad to say, among them are the endangered cloud rat, bleeding heart dove, and the Philippine tamaraw.
How big is this place?
This area is pamula po doon is a 280 hectares area.
All around?
All around.
280 hectares.
hectares.
Opo. And where are we located right now? Nasaan tayo?
Ito pong Jinpul Farm is situated in the barangay of Manuot, municipality of Rizal, here in Occidental Mindoro.
Yes. Now, how remarkable are these Philippine tamaraws na binibreed nyo po or pinoprotektahan nyo in this area?
Actually, the tamaraw is our flagship species of the Philippines.
Opo.
It can only be found here in the Philippines, particularly in the province of Mindoro and nowhere else in the world. As of the recent count in April,
Yes, this past April lang.
April lang po.
Yes.
Naka-record tayo ng 382 sa wild.
So, 382 sa
sa
wild na yun.
wild.
That's total.
Yes,
That's total kasi it's only found here in endemic to
Opo,
to Mindoro.
To Mindoro.
So, that's not a lot of numbers.
Yes, that's what makes it critical.
Yes.
According to IUCN standards, if the population of a certain species is less than 500, then they now considered to be critically endangered.
What kind of programs do you have para masolusyonan yung mga threats na yan? Do you have any program established so that we can actually lower the threats and address the threats?
Yes, that's basically the purpose of the Tamaraw Conservation Program. So,
Yes.
on TCP we have three major components. One is in situ.
Yes.
We protect the tamaraw from exactly to where it is found in their habitat.
Yes.
And then this one, the captive breeding, population management, and then the IEC,
Right.
information,
And what is-
education,
okay.
and communication campaign. Ito yung we go to the communities and then
We give education.
give education and
Right.
extension, so the people might know the importance of the tamaraw.
Right.
And of course, the community assistance program.
The Philippine tamaraw, the only species of its kind in the world, which is similar than the regular Asiatic water buffalo or carabao, grazes Mindoro's wooded hills. Through the years, their numbers have dwindled.
We only have now Kali.
Kali.
Kali is
So this is Kali.
the first tamaraw born in captivity.
Okay.
Kali was born in June 24, 1999, and Kali is short for Kalikasang Bagong Sibol.
Okay, because he's the first one. He's the only one. Do we have any plans to have more of Kali?
We are planning to transform this because
Yes.
Kali is only one here, so we
Right.
are planning to transform this into a repository of other species.
But now, Occidental Mindoro is doing good and doing green to save them from total extinction.
Tell me more about in situ conservation. That's what you're leading now, right?
Yeah.
Yun ang gusto na ninyong gawin in situ. Ano po yun? Anong difference nun?
In situ is where we
Yes.
protect the tamaraw exactly to where they are found in the habitat.
Opo.
So at
so
present,
it's
we can
in
only
there in
find
the
the
wild.
viable population of tamaraw in Mount Siglitbaco National Park. So
Tayo.
we concentrate on Mount Siglitbaco National Park in protecting the tamaraw.
A green mountain with lots of trees and grass is what the Philippine tamaraw needs to breathe and live peacefully. I am doing my share by planting trees, which I know will go a long way in providing a safe habitat for these gentle animals, the Philippine tamaraw.
Tamaraw, along with the Philippine eagle, is the flagship species of the Philippines. It can
Right.
be found here and nowhere else in the world. And as we all know, and conservation of the species is not our sole responsibility, being the person from the DNR. It's actually a shared responsibility, so I call on people to participate to whatever advocacies we are doing here in Mindoro. I'm also calling on the other like media outfits and other people to join us in the advocacy for the conservation of the tamaraw, bring it to the national consciousness in order for us to gain more allies in conservation.
Right. Remember, donate and volunteer to protect the Philippine tamaraws.
But doing a larger scope of work to save all of Occidental Mindoro's biodiversity is Eco-Warrior Group, MBCFI, whose primary purpose is to enable the conservation of Mindoro's unique and threatened environment, biodiversity, and natural resources through the establishment of integrated biodiversity, conservation, and development programs.
Occidental Mindoro is one of the provinces here in the Philippines with the richest biodiversity. You are considered one of the eco-warriors protecting this. What is your foundation called?
Our foundation is called Mindoro Biodiversity Conservation Foundation, Incorporated. And it was established in March 19, 2008.
So it's recent.
It's recent.
It's
Opo.
recent.
It started as a program way back
Okay.
in 2000, 2001,
Okay.
where specialists, we have specific programs like the Adopt a Wildlife Species Program.
Adopt a Wildlife Species Program. Okay.
Yes, we also have the strengthening the environmental education.
Okay.
That's
Environmental education to the people.
specifically to the teachers, because we believe that teachers are our best ambassadors in promoting the information on biodiversity protection and conservation.
How can we actually support your program?
There are so many ways, ma'am.
Right.
First, for example, in the Tamaraw Conservation Program, Adopt a Wildlife Species na Tamaraw, in terms of dissemination ng information, how important this is very
The
important.
Philippine Tamaraw.
Like your
That's
group,
right.
this is a very important tool for us to inform even the locals, the Mindoreños, na it's very important to protect because it's the only species in the whole world.
Endangered here.
Critically
Not
endangered,
only in the
Mama.
Philippines, but the whole world.
Nowhere else in the world. You can
That's
only
right.
find it here.
That's right.
So with you as
Yes.
our visitor in the
Yes.
province, we actually
We'll do our share.
Yeah, that's your share. That's your share.
So I understand that the Philippine teak, the tree, is in the process or in the verge of being endangered. We have a program in our show, a campaign that says, one tourist, one tree. Is that something that we can help you with, that advocacy of planting trees?
Definitely, we engage all possible partners in the future for the restoration, for
Right.
the establishment of a native tree species nursery.
Right.
And also,
right.
we would
For the
like to
seedling.
yes,
Right.
and we would like to promote a woodlot area for
Okay.
like we will be creating groups to
Right.
establish their own woodlot areas. So
Okay.
it's a 3-year program. So pasok na
Again,
pasok po sa inyong
That's
trust
right.
yon.
That's right. So again, one tourist, one tree. Here in the province of Occidental Mindoro, where the Philippine teak tree is endangered, this is now a place where we can do wonders to clean air and help the rich biodiversity of the province. Destruction to nature and extinction of marine and animal life is brought upon by us, humans. Let us put an end to this and start respecting all living forms. Remember, they were not created for nothing, for they have a great purpose, and that is to keep the balance in our ecosystem. For without trees, mountains, marine life, and wildlife, there would be more floods, soil erosion, and more destructions to humans. I'm Ruby. Let's help all conservation programs in the country today. Donate and volunteer to protect Apo Reef and see the Philippine tamaraws, king of the Mindoro Mountains, run free in the wild again.